How does that feel? The Jaguars are 3-1. It is another Victory Monday. Welcome here into Teal the Show. The Jaguars went out to the West Coast, got the job done, and now they move on to Monday Night Football, rolling in at 3-1. We got Kyle hanging out. Kyle, this is another big win for the Jaguars. They just keep adding to that resume.
How does it feel? It feels good. I told you last week that I was drinking the Kool-Aid and that it tastes good. I'm gonna need a refill because I'm just chugging the Kool-Aid now. It was a big win. I liked what I saw. I'm pumped up for Monday now.
Yeah, look, the momentum this team is building, the confidence they're building, that was a big-time win, and that one was personal. That one was personal for a lot of the players out there. Eric Armstead, the first 9 years of his career out in San Francisco, that team basically said, Eric, thanks, but no thanks, move on. And he comes to Jacksonville able to go back and get a dub. It became personal for Liam Cohen after Robert Saleh makes his comments about legal sign stealing throughout the week. So that was a personal win. That was bulletin board type material. They went out there to send a message that they will not be talked to any kind of way.
I mean, hey, Trevor said before they're not going to let themselves be bullied, and they're playing like they don't want to be bullied either. And you mentioned Eric Armstead. He made the play that kind of sealed the game a little bit there at the end. So, yeah, it was a personal game, bulletin board material. We got to talk about Cohen and Saleh after the game. There's been a lot of talk about that. I liked seeing it. I know you liked seeing it. A little fiery head coach. You asked Liam Cohen about just kind of the passion and the bulletin board material. And he said anything that he can use to get an edge, he will use.
Look, it's one of those things that ultimately you're always looking for an edge, right? You're always looking for an edge. As a player, as a coach, you go back and look the Michael Jordan making up things of what player, people say about him to get him juiced up for a game. And it's part of the competitiveness within our profession, the way this thing goes. And, I thought everybody kind of worked off that a little bit. I mean, I think we're all competitive, right? Like we're all competitive in this, we're playing a competitive sport for our jobs. And, we're all in it together, and I appreciate everybody obviously playing the way that they played, the physicality, the chip on their shoulder right now that we're playing with. And as much as our locker room can continue to buy into that edge and playing with an edge and competing with an edge and preparing with an edge, I only think it's going to help us as we move forward as a team.
It's fun having a coach that does have a little bit of edge. You could tell from the moment he heard those remarks that it was bothering him, and it showed up out there on the field. Robert Hainsey, I asked him if that was his toughest block of the game. He said that was his easiest block of the game because he loves having his coaches back like that and making sure that Coach Cohen was good. But the players in the locker room loved seeing this energy, seeing that Liam Cohen takes this just as personally. He's just as passionate about it as those guys are. I think Dennis Gardeck said that, sometimes aggressiveness and passion can be confused. And this is passion. That's the way those guys see it. Their coach is passionate about what happens out there on the field, and he wants to make sure that Robert Saleh puts some respect on his name out there too.
Keep my name out your mouth. That's what he told him. And I feel like that identity, that fire, that the team's kind of taking that on, and so that I love to see that.
Look, the San Francisco 49ers wanted to double down on the legal sign stealing. That's okay. The only sign they stole was a nice strong L. All right, let's talk some grades, Kyle.
All right, here we go. We got a little report card. Basic stuff here. We're just going to go through some players. Let's start with Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback. He's a pretty good one to give a grade to.
Okay, Trevor, a solid day from T-Law. I guess we got B's and C's. No turnovers. He kind of made the plays that needed to be made. I'll give him a B- over here. Solid day from Trevor. I don't think there was necessarily anything spectacular. He made the plays that were there. He didn't have a turnover during the game. He made some plays during crunch time moments. Had to drop him a little bit. The slide, he was in bounds. They ruled him, he was trying to stay in bounds. They ruled him out of bounds, stopped the clock. Neither here nor there because he makes the play on the next play to hunch along to move the sticks in the game. So I'll give him a B- there. I think it was a solid day from Trevor. Not a spectacular, not a bad, solid.
Hey, that's a fair enough grade. I would have, I thought you might go just a little bit lower just due to that slide out of bounds, and then also right before the half, they do that field goal. He throws it inbounds to Etienne.
Yeah, that one was a head scratcher.
Clearly not at the sideline. You know, that was, but they were able to get up there, spike the ball, get the points. So it don't negate them too bad. But
that might be that winning haze, you know. Look, if you lose the game, all of a sudden now I'm harping on these things. But you know what? You win them. You picked up 3 points here. You run out the clock there, and all of a sudden all that stuff goes out the window. It's like, it's fine.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to defense now. We're probably going to have some high grades coming up here, but let's go. Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd, what
A plus.
That was quick.
A plus. I mean, look, this is the best football Devin Lloyd's played in his career. A pair of interceptions. It just feels like this guy keeps finding the football. He's in a contract year, and all of a sudden people are like, man, Devin Lloyd's going to get paid. Jordan Lewis even tweeting after the game, Devin Lloyd's going to be rich. And not in those exact words, but that's paraphrasing what he said. Devin Lloyd is having a fantastic season. He's finding the football. He's playing the best football of his life right now. A plus, easy. No thoughts.
I can't disagree. Like you said, he's finding the football. The football's finding him.
Yeah.
One way or another, he's getting the ball. He's
making plays.
He is making plays. He's looking good out there. A plus. I'm on board with that one. Let's move back to offense. Let's go Parker Washington.
P-Dub. I mean, you know what? Well, let's give him a B. Maybe B plus. B plus. I don't think he did anything spectacular on the offensive side, but that punt return, 87 yards to pay dirt, house call. P-Dub making a play when it mattered. He's a guy who just feels like this season, every time he gets an opportunity to get his number called, he's going out there and making plays. That was a big-time one. The offense had kind of stalled out. He shows up with the house call in crunch time when the team needed it. You felt like they had to put points on the board. And he says, don't worry, I got it. And is out of there. Big-time play from P-Dub. I'll give him a B+.
Okay, that's a fair grade. Like you said, not much on the receiving or offensive side, but let special teams play, change the game. That's what we want to see. I can agree with that.
All right.
Let's do a group grade here. Let's go with the offensive line as a whole.
A+. Another game where Trevor Lawrence has a clean sheet, not letting anybody get to Trevor. This is the best offensive line Trevor Lawrence has played with in his career. I mean, I know the bar wasn't exactly set high, but this is the best group. There have been multiple games this season where he hasn't been hit, including against the San Francisco 49ers, who sport a really good defensive line group. Now, they were without Nick Bosa, but still, they went out there and took care of business. They also opened up a ton of running lanes for Travis Etienne, who had a ton of yardage without being contacted. Travis Etienne is having a fantastic season, and a big part of that is the offensive line. Give him an A+. The big guys up front are doing a ton of work. Robert Hainsey, one of my favorite players. If you haven't watched Robert Hainsey, when they get out there on those screen games and he can get out there in the open field, he gets to the second level, and when he gets there, he finishes it. So love that dude. I
mean, he's running hard too. I like you said, when he starts rumbling down the sideline, it's fun to watch. A+, I can't disagree with you there. You get over 100 yards on the ground. You don't let the quarterback get sacked. That's definitely, that's how you get an A. So the report card looking pretty good this game. I like what I've seen so far.
Yeah, look, a lot of positive grades. That's what happens when you win football games. We'll see if they can keep the positive grades rolling in and through Monday Night Football. One quick reminder, we won't have a Teal the Show on Monday night next week because the Jaguars have a Monday night game. So we'll talk to you on Friday this week and then Friday next week as we kind of continue through the Jaguars season. Just wanted to quick programming note. But we still got plenty more Teal the Show coming your way tonight. We'll take a quick break here, and then we'll be back with a little bit of a Duval dial-up here from one of the fans that gave us a call. That's right after this quick break.
Hello, and congratulations to the Jaguars. I've been a Jaguar fan since 1995 and got to know some of them personally. And if it wasn't for the Jaguar game when it comes on, I wouldn't even have a more exciting day in my life. I had a stroke 14 years ago, and I've been following them ever since my stroke. My husband knows I'm a die-hard Jaguar, and Duval is where it's at. I'm looking forward to a good season this year. I've been waiting, and I knew it would happen.
Love that call. Look, she knew they were going to have a good season. Now they're 3-1, and you got to enjoy every one of these seasons. Keep in mind, I went and did a little research, digging through Jaguar season history. There's a lot of dark times. We know that. This is just the 8th time in franchise history that they've had a start of 3-1 or better. So just the 8th time. 7 other times, in the whole history of the franchise. So you got to enjoy this ride while it's here.
But many more to come. Many more to come.
Many more to come. Not done yet. Not done yet. Still got a Monday night game. Who knows? We could be talking about a 4-1 football team.
Go on forever.
It could go on forever, like shots. Well, look, right now he looks like he was right because it is still going on.
Hey, he was speaking the truth at that moment. If we can just keep on keeping on, hey, keep the main thing. That's what they like to say. And they're looking pretty solid right now.
Look, they're looking good, and we will always want to know how you're feeling and keep those calls rolling in. Love that phone call. We've got some good phone calls over the course of the season. We want to keep those rolling. We want to know how you're feeling about the team. Good, bad, ugly, anywhere in between. Tell us about your Jaguars fandom. Just dial it up. Give us a call on the Duval dial-up. That's 904-391-3661. And you might look up and hear yourself right here on Channel 4. Let us know how you feel before the game, after the game, even during the game. Just give us a call. Let us know how you're feeling. So the next game for the Jaguars, Monday Night Football, primetime action at the Bank.
It's a big one.
It is a huge game. The Bank has got to be packed. It has got to be rocking. I want to throw out this little tidbit. With the construction that's going on around the stadium, this is probably your last primetime game until the new stadium opens up. So Duval's got to show up, show out, and enjoy this one because it's going to be a little bit of a gap before you get another one, right?
Loud and proud.
And 3-1. And 3-1. Let's talk about it. 3-1 football team, you got to show up for those guys because they could move to 4-1. You take down the Chiefs, and all of a sudden the NFL is really on notice about this team. So, with Monday Night Football on deck, of course, we're not going to leave you hanging. We got a tailgate coming for you. So, but it's a full-planned tailgate takeover. So, Monday, Channel 4 from 4 to 7, we are going to have just about wall-to-wall Jaguars coverage. We'll have some of our folks hanging out at the stadium. We'll be over at the slab at our normal little tailgate set up. So we'll be there from 4 to 7 with some fun along the way. We'll get you all ready for kickoff. All of the energy around the game. We'll have all of our folks out there with plenty of coverage coming your way right here on Channel 4 and on news4jax.com and in that News4Jax Plus app. So come hang out with us on Monday for some Monday Night Football action as the Jaguars get ready for the Chiefs. We appreciate you spending some of your Monday night with us here on Teal the Show. We'll be back here Friday night, and that's when we'll start looking ahead towards what the Jaguars got to do to get a dub on Monday night against the Chiefs, right? So we'll see what happens. Hopefully you'll come hang out with us on Friday night. Good night, everybody, and go Jags.